Greetings everyone, hello and welcome back to a new cycle once more to day 121. Colony Sleepy Hollow still ready for action, and we continue onwards. Yeah, in the third cycle where we are right now, there's a whole bunch of them. So if we look at that, we are going all the way up to cycle 8 here. And yeah, that's as far as we can see right now. I don't know what's beyond that. Now, we have right now a good situation actually. Winter is over, the year 4 it is, and we're not looking so bad, right? We started the new year right away with lots of food and also lots of water. There's also the mushrooms and the meat coming in again. For some reasons I cannot see the fish up here, but if I click on my stockpiles I can see that we have 300 fish stored. So that's thanks to having my gathering camp over there that is also fishing now. Okay, so food wise I think we're fine. We might even consider adding a third soup kitchen here just so we can stockpile for this mission there as well. But for now I would like to work on something else. We got almost 1,000 paper now in stock. And that's pretty important because with that we can go ahead here and unlock us weaving. And since we're now self-sufficient society, we're ready for breakthrough that will improve our life standards. Weaving sunshades and clothes is an important step towards protecting our bodies and goods from the unstable sky. And with this we actually finally also fulfill one of those needs that has been pretty negative since the beginning, and that is clothing, of course. Yeah, that's pretty cool. So the tech is on its way now, and we can continue onwards with my next building that I would like to have. And that's the windmills. We need more electricity. Now, we do have those fields out here where there's lots of power, and I guess we can actually build several of them together, right? No props, and it would not hurt me really with energy production. Let's add 4 of them for now in this field here. Resources we have plenty of, and perhaps the lumber might suffer. And let's go ahead and also get us then a road up here. Oh, looks like this is a tricky terrain. Oh yeah, all right, it's a bit rocky up there. So what we can do is we could get us a road up here. Oh no, we can't actually do this because we don't have any lumber, so we cannot blueprint it on there as well. Yeah, okay, let's have a look. Let's assign a 5th one to my lumber mill. Paper-wise, I would like to keep it active to get more craftspeople out there. And yeah, let's just wait it out. I think it's fine. We had some productions there, some constructions that consume it. And they are coming along. The next windmills here continue to work at full efficiency there, producing electricity. Also, the tailor shop finally has been researched. That's going to be pretty great for us. Close to 1,000 food, so we're making a nice bank there. And the smith has not been operational because lumber is missing. Yeah, all right. Do we need a second lumber mill? Upgrading it, there is resources we don't have yet. That's the glass wire and brick, so I cannot do this. I also cannot assign craftspeople yet with the basic forms, so I guess this will just have to do. I think once we finish construction it should be fine then anyway. We can actually also get rid of the next field camp here, so there's no more trees and also no more rocks close by, so we can save some 6 people from that. So we have 10 workers again available, which is great for us, because we can use them then for full production on paper again, and also the lumber. And I think up here, well, that is fine. Just to check if we have actually everything available here. There's a bit of meat still. Perfect. We are running low on that. And here we have the iron, which we have, yeah, actually, let's assign 1, 2, and the woodcutters are fine. And I guess then over here we have our gathering camp for the hunting, and my field camp for the iron and a few more logs. And with that we have 3 more people available. That's just enough as we need then for my tailor. Lumber is coming up again a bit. We have also all 4 of them now operational. They're producing now electricity for us again. And let's have a quick look at the tailor. 48 lumber, and it needs bricks. Bricks now is a tricky thing, right? Because with the bricks we do need actually a kiln to make sand, clay into brick and glass. It however consumes 145 electricity. And for the pit it actually needs 290 electricity. That is an insane amount of electricity. Just for comparison, a windmill produces around 1 electricity every 25 hours, which is really not that much, right? So looking at my surplus right now, we have a surplus of 150, 160, 160, something around that. So holy cow. I would need a bunch more of these. A whole bunch more. 36, yeah, we need another lumber mill. Can't help it. The lumber mill will probably also need, once again, some... No, it doesn't. Alright, so let's build this a third lumber mill. Just behind my smith. A bit of a thunderstorm here. But no lightning yet. Objective fulfilled, so we got the food and the water in for this. Could give me a nice morale booster again once more. And increase the population within 4 years. I think this might be really harsh. So I can't see myself growing that quickly at the moment. I can't see myself growing at all right now. Even though we have the regular morale active. Of course, giving more food might work. But still, we have no kids at the moment. I have available housing though, so this should not be the limiting factor. Right, another group of strangers, 2 more people. Welcome. With that, we have 6 available again. I'm also in the process of finishing up the last windmills here. So this is a whole park now. And with that, we should be able now to also then build the pit. Now, there is an interesting development here. I don't have any stone anymore on this map, right? So if I go with the field camp, there's no more rocks anywhere, right? And rocks or stone we actually need for construction. Nothing on the whole map. There is, however, now the pit. And the pit is actually offering a bit more than you can see at first glance. It actually is an excavation site where you can dig up stone, clay, and sand, I think at the same time. And it requires 125 stone. Like yes, we have just this amount available. And 63 lumber, something that we're actually having really soon now too. And then we can build that. There it is, for a 290 electricity as well then on the cost. That's pretty steep, but I hope it's going to be worth it. And yeah, let's have it a bit further outside here, in my wilderness area. There we can have it. There is no, as far as I can see, also no ground deposits that I need for this, right? So I can basically just plant it anywhere, and it'll produce then for me the right amount of stuff. So let's build the first one a bit further outside. Really expensive, and let's just hope that it will bring us profit at the end of it. So this is going to take a while now, delivering all the materials over and also then building it, of course. I have 6 people available for this and the poor salts are already doing it. Come on, give her a cart or something. She's doing it by herself. And quite a bit later, there it is. And okay, so we cannot do it simultaneously. We need to choose it. So I can choose the clay or the stone, whatever I need currently. And then we can have up to 10 workers on this for the moment. So yeah, let's actually start with some rocks there because I don't have a brick production active yet. I can't do that. So with the 15, we get now permanent stone out of this. And of course, we can add more then later on. We also have the road then continuing. And this is a pretty big and detailed building over there. We'll get all of this out. We definitely need more stone. And I can't have a kiln at the moment anyway, right? So there's the kiln, 145 additional electricity. And, well, that's actually possible. Yeah, we have the electricity. And sorry, by the way, of course, up here we can also have a look at it, right? So there it is, electricity. And yeah, 210 we have available right now. So with all of this, I can actually go ahead and have the kiln now ready for action to produce bricks. Let's have the kiln, and yeah, we can just have it right next to my forge. Even though I probably will need more forges, so let's have the kiln over there for now. And then I can have another one probably somewhere here then. Let's go ahead with it. We're, by the way, currently experiencing an extreme drought. I was already wondering why everything is looking so dry. And it is an extreme drought right now at the end of summer. And this leads to almost no renewal rate of resources in the next spring right now. So we might actually look at a pretty dire year next year. And for this, we definitely have to stockpile. A merchant has arrived. A foreigner who wants to trade barley with his produce on behalf of a small community. Okay, giving me some tin, bronze ore, copper. The bronze ore has a value of 28 and we could give her tools for that. There's actually a need for bronze for upgrading buildings, right? I think it was for the windmill? No, actually also not. Alright, we don't need it. Thanks for the resources, but I really don't need them. And tin and copper I can get myself. That's okay. Not every trader needs to have something. How is it looking? Coming along? Almost being finished now. We only have one person though. And there it is, the bricks then. It actually requires stone, clay and water. That's going to be... that's a steep requirement. Alright, so I'm probably going to need a second pit there soon. And at the very least, way more workers than before. Yep, so we also have enough lumber in, so I think we might actually turn off this lumberyard there again. And we also have lots of paper there right now. Surveillance we have, alright. With this we can actually gain new insight into the area around us. We also have the mine serving, but this actually needs a lot of bricks. And then we have cultivation for vegetables and herbs. And yeah, with that we can actually go into farming as well. I don't see myself using this right now though, but surveillance is something that we can go with. We also consume some paper there that we have. And yeah, let's go ahead and actually turn off one of these lumber mills there again. And boost my pit with that. To produce now quite a lot of stone. And then I will switch it over to bricks. To clay. A bit later we're switching over to clay, and I would also now switch over here to bricks and assign the remainder of my workforce to that production here. And this one requires now, with electricity then, stone, clay and water. And just at the beginning of winter we activate another furnace. There started with it. And with that we have a very important production now online, and that's the bricks. So we should see them hopefully now coming in. And yeah, with them we can finally work on advanced buildings. So I really need more people. Why is there no kids being born? We actually provide everything they want. And a bit later, the winter is over again, end of the year. Let's just have a quick look at especially my growth. Only 2 new people joined, right? And that's it. Like 0 births took place. We definitely need to do something here. No idea what's wrong with my birth rate. We also don't get any new kids there at the moment. The morale is not that bad, food-wise, water-wise. I could increase, of course, my food distribution, but that wouldn't do that much more. Okay, perhaps we can help with providing clothes to my people. Running around naked is probably not the best. Actually, it might be a good motivator, but apparently it's not. So let's go ahead and also apply a few more windmills. We have resources. And yeah, another full row here. We need that because the tailor will need a lot of it. And the tailor then consumes leather, and that we have plenty of. Probably a bit more than just that. Also, water has been replenished, so we are producing water again out of our wells. That's very important. And mushrooms is also fine for the moment. I think we can actually stick with it. I'm switching now manually between the stone and the clay for now, right? So whenever something runs low, so what I can see is that the clay is now running low again. So we might then actually just switch it over. And with that out of the way and all of them operational, we can go ahead and have now the tailor that will provide clothes to my people. Holy cow, what a monumentous occasion. And let's just find us a decent spot. We might actually have it behind here. Yeah, I think that's a good location, close to the stockpiles there as well, and also close to my city. Going to take a while, but we have everything available. I can actually also tone it down a bit there on my brick production, and also on my pit, so we do have some available workforce there, right? Alright, Chief, the sun has been looking different since yesterday. It's almost lost its round appearance, just like in the stories told by the elders. There's nothing to be done, but you might want to take a look. Alright, a solar storm, the first one. We saw it with our own eyes. Half a century later, the same disaster is upon us again. We're not as fragile as the modern world that faced the first one, but we're sure it will bring nothing but harm. Alright, so that is that's just a sign that something bad is going to happen soon. And the sun seems to be changing its behavior. There it is, at least, the tailor. Ooh, that's a beautiful building, right? With the bricks now also visible that we've used here. And this one, yeah, let's start the production with leather. And here we can actually now use finally our craftsperson that we have. He's been waiting long enough for this. And he will also need workers though, right? So this actually requires a craftsperson. Without that, it is not operational. And yeah, with that, we are producing now clothes. And holy cow, that's a big deal, really. Because it's affecting the health of my people there as well. And of course, that's always a bad thing. We got regular morale. And hopefully with that, we will now have then... There it is, clothes. We need 3 per day right now. And we'll just see how much we produce. 18 per day. So we can actually distribute way more than that. Dry summer. Once again, yeah. Just like last year. So far, it does not really affect us. Since the resource is replenished, right? With this kind of population, we're really fine with just fishing and hunting and gathering. We don't need that many people working here, by the way. So 12 per day is totally fine already. And let's also provide then clothes, right? So this will then require a bit more. That's 8 per day, which is still fine. And this should really change also the health of my people. It will then, with the next day, be in effect. And then we'll have it. Bigger portions. Our portions are not filling enough. Our foundations are strong enough for us to call ourselves a permanent settlement. We realize that it's too early to wish for prosperity yet, since we know everything we can fall apart at any moment. However, we think that sparing one more ladle of food for the people can't break the balance. For all ration shares, we demand slight increase. Subtowards. Ration sizes per capita increased by 30. Or we can't afford to do that right now. Alright, let's go for it. We have enough, right? I'm not even having another soup kitchen here activated. And this is a new regulation. And we're now working on extra rations for a while. That's 148 food per day, and we produce 112. So we probably should then increase something here. Regular morale still. What's up with the health of my people? Health should actually be good now. It's still low. Clothing is now fine, right? A dry summer or cold, that's actually reducing it again. Health service is still negative, and workforce condition is also a bit negative. But come on! I'm already doing so much, and it's still not working. We're still having low health. Interpreting the lights. We're sure it was a solar flare. What little information we have from half a century ago is barely to use at all. All the sources, traces, and our current state suggest that a second wave of catastrophe awaits us. We may not have much to lose right now, but this will determine the fate of future generations. And we think that our technological assets are too primitive to be affected by such a solar flare. However, we don't know what the impact on the planet, climate, atmosphere would be. In short, we can't say how life on Earth will be affected. One cannot build a settled life and community based on good intentions and guesses. Instead, we can try to make sense of what's happening. And it's the least we can do. We ask you to assemble a task force to carry out these duties and give them the necessary time and equipment. It's a 2-year task. Certain resources will be needed. Alright. There we have it. So we do need, glass and bronze. If only I had that. Where's glass? There we have then the mine serving, right? But there is glass and I cannot get to glass because for that we need the next cycle. And for that, yeah, you guessed it, we do need more people, right? And since we're almost not growing right now, this might be really hard to achieve. Health is increasing a bit for now, but the season, autumn, is already reducing it again. And despite all of that, still no children. So I think we might look at very dire times there. Right, the wells stop working as is natural at the end of the year. We have used all the water that's there basically. We still have the forge. The clothes is fine. We have lots of mushrooms, so food really will not be a problem for the next year. Stone is also fine and clay is also fine. So I could actually reduce the workforce here. Because we really don't need that many people on it, and there's no more lumber here anyway, so I can also totally reduce it. Perhaps we need some more free people, right? Unoccupied, so they have their mind on other things. That might actually be a very plausible explanation. So I'm going to reduce some of my production here. Also of the paper, of course. We don't need that much paper at all. That's something, and probably also fishes. Let's reduce this a bit. And also on the iron, we have a lot of it, so I don't really need to worry about that for a while. And there's no more mushrooms here anyway. So with that, we have 14 people available, and perhaps magic happens. Another thunderstorm. Let's hope that it doesn't affect me really. 14 unoccupied. Another building we can add is the Scouts Guild. Finally, with that, we'll be able then to, scout our surroundings. We have some people available for this. And yeah, let's go ahead and have this beauty somewhere here along the main road. Does cost me a bit, but that should be fine, especially since we have endless amount of stone. And yeah, I'm working on clay right now again so that we keep the bricks production up and running. I would love to get into glass production here, please. But that does not seem to be possible. With that, the world map, as we can see here, has been unlocked. Let's just quickly wait for this construction here to finish. I hate the thing about kids. Not having them is bad thing. And this is quite a big building. It takes a long time, really. And it's also the tallest one so far. There it is, and yeah, with that, electricity we have, barely, so that is okay. And we now need to create a scout team. It's idle in the city. And, does it actually consume someone? Doesn't. We can just do this. 2 children were born, holy cow. I don't believe it. We got 2 kids. That's incredible, that is a miracle for us right now. It might actually be too late for this mission there. I think there was a time limit on it, right? Alright, let's have a look at the world map. This is really opening up the game now, right? As we have those scouts, and we can now have a look at the surrounding area. That is the valley and the highlands. Let's go for the valley first and send the first scout over there. This will take 6 days. And then we'll just see what happens there, right? And this is then territories that we can now, I think then also claim. And we'll just see what it does. It's a beautiful map, definitely. And yeah, on its way it is. And we'll just see what's coming out of that. We'll also just see what's coming out of my kids population, children population. And let's just hope that it actually goes up again now. Perhaps something triggered in the back. Because holy cow, we really need that. What I definitely need to do though is I need to set the rations here to low again, because we're losing food right now. And this is then 103 per day. And I should also then... Oh yeah, we don't have any fish there right now. But I've got plenty of mushrooms. Let's start working on that. And yeah, with that, we have everything back to normal again. And we'll continue onwards with, yeah, exploration in the next episode. Stay tuned!